Hi, everyone. This video is all about identifying and responding to setting events when working with students who exhibit challenging behavior. So let's start by identifying setting events using a real world example. So let's say that you wake up and you realize you slept through your alarm. You are going to be late for work if you don't move very quickly. So what do? You get up, you get ready as fast as you can. You realize no breakfast today, I'll just have an early lunch. And you run out the door and get in your car and you're on your way to work. And you're halfway to work before you realize I forgot my coffee, and not only that, I forgot my lunch. I packed it the night before, but I never grabbed it out of the refrigerator this morning. I just forgot about it because I was running late. So now you're on your way to work and maybe you're stuck in traffic. Okay, so not exactly a great morning so far. So you missed your alarm, so you're running late. Missed breakfast, didn't have time for that, forgot your lunch, forgot your coffee. Now you're stuck in traffic. You're going to be even later than you thought. And what happens? Somebody cuts you off in traffic. Okay. And under normal circumstances, if somebody cut you off in traffic, no big deal. I'll just step on the brake. I'm a safe driver. No big deal. Okay. But today's been different. There's been different changes that have happened earlier on in the day. Okay. You're running late because you missed your alarm, didn't have time for breakfast, forgot your lunch, forgot your coffee, traffic. So you're really late. And today you respond differently. Okay. Because of all those things that happened already, you respond in a way you wouldn't typically respond. What we would consider through problem behavior. And maybe you honk loudly at the driver in front of you. Maybe you yell something at the driver in front of you, and you wouldn't normally do those things. Okay, if you would act in this way, just because of all these things that happened already, but you wouldn't act that way under normal circumstances, those would be considered setting events to that behavior of honking or yelling. So in other words, let's take it back to students. Think about setting events as slow triggers to problem behavior. They don't immediately precede problem behaviors, but they make it more likely problem behaviors will happen later on in the school day. Okay, so what do setting events look like with our students? Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe oversleeping, missing breakfast. Okay, maybe a missed medication, maybe an argument with a friend or a significant other or a family member before school. Okay, if those factors make it more likely problem behaviors occur later on in the school day for our students, those are examples of setting events. So there's two things we can do to support our students and make it less likely problem behaviors will occur later on the school day in response to setting events. One involves eliminating setting events. Okay, what that looks like, let's use the setting event of a missed medication. Okay, maybe we communicate with the family and the nurse as the classroom teacher or the behavior specialist. And what happens, that student misses their medication and the family reaches out and says, hey, Mr. Robinson, Jason forgot his medication. When he arrives at school, can you take him to the nurse's office? Perfect. I'll meet that student at the bus ramp, take him to the nurse's office. He can have his medication, go to class, no problem behaviors because we've eliminated the setting event of a missed medication. Okay, eliminating setting events isn't always possible. The other thing we can do is neutralize setting events, where we can't cancel or eliminate the setting event, but we can make it less likely it contributes to problem behaviors by putting some separating component between the setting event and the rest of the school day. Okay, so what does that look like? Let's use the example of a setting event of an argument with a family member. Okay, so I meet that student on the bus ramp and they get off the bus. Hey, Mr. Robinson, how are you doing? Great to see you. I know, okay, most likely there was not an argument with a family member. The student is not agitated. They are in their general state. They're happy to be here. They can go to first period, no problems. Okay, but let's say on another day, I'm out at the bus ramp and my student gets off the bus and I say, hey, how are you doing? And I get a response that involves profanity, yelling, threats, other signs of agitation. Okay, in this case, an argument with a significant other maybe happened earlier in the day that could lead to problem behavior if I don't intervene. So what does neutralizing that setting event look like? It looks like a brief check-in between me and that student to support that student with re-regulating and coming up with an action plan to move forward for the rest of the day. Okay, so that's how we can respond to setting events, either eliminating setting events or neutralizing setting events and preventing those slow triggers to contributing to problem behaviors later on in the school day.